So here's a question for everyone here. You're all artists in different ways. Describe your creative style and what inspires you.
I can jump in.
Yes, please. Yes, good.
I would say that my personal creative style is very whimsical, bold. Today, all the kids are saying maximalist, so that's the vibe. Just very colorful and unafraid to be there and be colorful and cheerful. As a child, I was heavily influenced by the fantastic sticker world of Lisa Frank. It was full of rainbows and unicorns and really the world I wanted to live in, probably the world that we all wish we could live in today. There was no mortgage, there was no nothing in that world. It was amazing and it was colorful. And I really saw that influence of a bold color palette and not being afraid to shy away from interesting color combinations and a packed piece of art, right? Like there's a lot of rules that you're taught in art school, and I just think that growing up in the era of those Lisa Frank stickers was such a wonderful thing for me, as well as the world of Rainbow Bright and the world of Care Bears and just these maximalist characters that not only had great values in talking about friendship and happiness and kindness, but aesthetically just brought me so much joy. So I think my work over the years, you will always see that touch of whimsy and just oversaturated color.
Definitely see that, Liz. Wonderful. Vlasta, would you like to describe your creative style?
Yeah, so I think definitely agree for, the aesthetic style with Liz in every way. You can't be in toys, I feel like, very long without falling head over heels for all the maximalist and rainbows and things. I think creative style, I'm not actually very stylish. So I feel like that's more speaking to me about how I like to be creative with my team. And I think that my sort of, if I say like, what's my core creative style, it's brainstorming in a group with teams and like building on each other's ideas. And that's just my favorite thing. That's sort of like state of flow with a group of, my favorite people, my coworkers, coming up with how could this be even more wild, more fun, really tapping into what kids need and just plussing each other up till we have like the coolest thing ever that we're like, this must be in the world. And then it's lots of hard work to make that happen. We have to believe in it. So yeah, I think that's my sort of creative style.
I need to bring Vlasta over to the accessories world. You sound like right up my alley.
Yeah, you too. I feel the same way.
Oh, no, truly. And Vlasta, I love that you described it in the context of being creative with your team. And yeah, I can definitely see all the colors and the boldness when it comes to see, like, again, when I had that peek behind the curtains and watching your team brainstorm, it's like, yeah, just seeing those mental pops of color was super exciting.
I'm very much like Vlasta. I'm an idea person, and my strength is in sparking a vision and then working with incredibly talented people who can bring that idea to life. And what inspires me is, my mission. Every product, every story, and I've written children's books as well, is guided by the question: will this help build a child's confidence, help them continue to feel strong, and inspire them to dream big? So that's my inspiration always, and that's really what sparks my creativity.
Love it. Yeah, no, thank you, Jodi. Okay, so before we sign off, any words of wisdom to pass along to our audience? I mean, you've already shared quite a bit, but if you had any more nuggets to share, would definitely love to leave our audience with those bits.
My big moment started under ordinary circumstances, right? It was at a toy store. And what I've learned is you don't need to have a big team or unlimited resources to create something meaningful. What you need is to find your courage, your passion, and the willingness to keep asking questions. Be persistent with asking your questions. You also have to step over any fear you may have. And fear is natural, but you have to step over it and persist when things get difficult, because it will. I'll be honest. And persistence, more than anything else, is what transforms an idea into a product and a product into a movement.
Oh, I got chills. Thank you, Jodi.
Oh, I love that.
Liz, would you like to go next?
I always kind of have the same answer to this question, and it's two parts. And the first part is for all the creatives. There is one of you, and your point of view is the most valuable thing you have. I see in multiple industries that people invest a lot of time in being too aware of what competitors are doing and too aware of what's already been done. And if you put that amount of energy into your own unique point of view, you'll be miles ahead of the competition. And when I look at portfolios and I look at people to hire, I will always hire a unique point of view over seeing some rehashed things that I've seen in the market, because that is priceless. So my first piece of advice is to always stay true to your point of view and your vision, because you are the only one that has it, and it is what makes you unique in whatever industry you're in. And my second one is so simple, but it is just to be kind and be the type of person that people want to work with. I think that I have gotten more deals and partnership contracts in my career because I try to be a good partner and somebody that people want to repeatedly work with, that people want to open an email from, and that people genuinely feel good working with. That doesn't mean you have to be a pushover, but it means that you are a compassionate person that understands that every business dealing and partnership is a two-way street, and be the type of person that people want to work with.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I love it. Kindness cuts through. I'm with you on, and like you were saying, having kindness be a part of your reputation goes such a long way. So yeah, thank you for sharing that, Liz. And Vlasta, take us home with any words of wisdom that you might have.
Just follow up the best advice ever from Jodi and Liz. I think you totally got it. I think my thing is just a combo of those. It's the exact same advice that, I keep talking about my team. So I've got my team working with, but I've got a bigger team of folks all over, where we're working together, and maybe we won't even, see each other for a couple of years. And then it turns out we're in this new, situation where we get to work together. And that's totally happened with Vivian over, it might even be more than a decade. And so I think that when you follow Jodi and Liz's advice of really leading with questions and kindness and being really authentic in that, you build these relationships with folks so that you have a bigger team. You have those people to call on when you run into some new question you don't know how to solve. You're like, actually, I know somebody. Maybe I can call and ask about that, or maybe we could work together in this way. And I think if in all of your interactions, it's asking questions and you're really, authentically want to learn about what the different perspectives are, the people you're talking to, and what it is that different people are wrestling with. And then also each time you're leading with, how is this, a good plan for both of us? Then I think over time that really leads to bigger and bigger opportunities that are really more and more exciting, and hopefully get at more of what you all have been saying we're really trying to make happen. So
thank you, Vlasta. I was going to say the same. I'm like, I don't think there's a whole lot I can add to this, because you all have said everything so beautifully. I think honestly the only thing maybe I would just sort of tack on would be just in the spirit of this panel, and for our viewers, just the very idea that inspiration and innovation can really come from anywhere and anyone. And I think that a lot of the discussion that we've had in this panel has really kind of highlighted that, and hope that really does serve as some really good inspiration for all of our viewers.